Oh no, the stream has gone past its allotted time. Okay, hold on. Good morning. Good morning. The temperature thing. Does it feel like it cooled off a bit or not really? Ish. Let's see. So the bars are these are supposed to be rough. Yeah, so just an alert. Public service, do with it what you will. But during a Mercury retrograde, the with the sort of energy of the time. And if you do, may Mercury be with you. Um, so it's the think before send. Like I totally sent a text message last week. It wasn't like a bad. Um, of my your favorite yoga studios or what have you, just like fall. So if there's anything Nikki Valella is coming down. They're teaching a Kula Yoga flow on Friday night and 2 amazing workshops on Saturday, a prop play shop and hands-on. These 2 women have this in your body and your postures that there was no access to before. So the Saturday workshops, I think it says like teacher training on the an issue or a hindrance, reach out to me directly. Release is completely the thing to do during the and I hope that, yeah. Adrienne, a couple weeks ago, pretty relaxed. I was just end of the relaxed the picture, and I don't look relaxed in the picture, but very, very relaxed. Conscious and the unconscious, just the physical practice of yoga that really help us to access the subconscious and the unconscious and that gripping. More grounded, and I wish that for everyone. My name is Lisa. She's going to assist and teach some of the class as well, and Camden's on the streaming as well. Them out or call us over. Let's begin by making sit up tall. You can lean back against the wall. Look. And just by turning the light of awareness to the breath, notice how naturally your breath starts to deepen and expand just by turning the light of awareness to your breath. The entire physical yoga is first and foremost breath to the gift of life that fills us, surrounds us, and connects us to each other. And ourselves as the breath. This is the time we take to directly experience ourselves as a breath with a body. The gift of life pours itself into you, conceals itself in you to reveal itself as you. The breath ignites the heart, wherein the voice of the true teacher resides, always present, intrinsically peaceful, utterly powerful and luminous. And as the breath connects you to your heart, and the splendor of the heart ignites, and inspire the faculty of your mind and the agency of your body. And then our thoughts and our actions can more clearly reflect and reveal the presence of the heart, the nature and spirit of your heart. A slower, deeper breath in and down, let it fill you up. And as you exhale slowly, let the outer body soften and settle, becoming more sensitive, more receptive to whatever it is your practice has to offer to you today. And may this practice be an opportunity for you to review, restore, replenish, renew, realign, recalibrate with your deepest desires, your best intentions, and your highest aspirations. Your deepest desires, your best intentions, and your highest aspirations. Do you remember? Your resolution or intention for this year of the snake. More sensitive and receptive. On your inhale, we'll bring the hands together before heart. You can rest palm over palm. It's an Anjali Mudra gesture. A gesture that acknowledges and recognizes the presence of the heart, the voice of the true teacher, and a gesture that places this aspect before us as a guide for at least the time we spend together today by sharing the voices of our hearts and the sound of an Om. Please feel free to join into this sound or you. Deep breath in. Teacher, never further than your heart, which is never breath, and as best you can, keeping that connection inward unwavering, release the hands, softly blink open the eyes, and gently make your way into a tabletop position. So you come into all fours, you can find your way into tabletop position, child's pose, or puppy pose. And find 3 or so of the deepest, fullest breaths that require the least amount of effort. So just something more still at first. Hi. Notice what you feel, how it feels where you feel it. Then you can make it more dynamic. You can exhale to round your back like a cat stretch. Now to arch. Follow in the breath. Let the breath from table or the light of awareness of the body. The light of the awareness starts to penetrate beneath the surface of the skin, into the fabric. You can come into a more neutral position. Stretch your right leg straight back behind you. Have the foot on the ground and press your hands down and forward to press your heel back until you feel a stretch deep in the right calf muscles. You can even twist your hips a little from right to left. Think right hip towards the floor, left hip towards the back of the room as you press your hands down and forward and your heel back. Breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. And when you're ready, switch sides. You can also do this on your forearms if your wrists feel tired or sensitive. Breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. Again, like left hip towards the floor now, right hip crease towards the back of the room. Press the hands down and forward as you extend back through the heel. Slow, deep, full breaths in and out through the nose. It's humid today and not too cold yet, so if you know and love Ujjayi breath, experiment with your Ujjayi breath throughout the practice. Otherwise, deeply, fully in and out through the nose, sinuses and whatnot permitting. You can lower the left. Walk your hands to the top corners of the mat if they're not already. Stretch your hips back. Lift your knees up. Press your thighs back for downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pedal the feet a little from side to side. You can stretch through the soles of the feet and the backs of the legs. Again, noticing what you feel, how it feels, and where you excuse me. Press the inner edges of your hands down. The arms to straighten the arms, hips high, and then bend your and stick your butt out even more, high and wide. And as you go there, can you feel how the to drop down into the front body, even like back towards the, can you pull your upper body like you're moving towards the hands down and back to pull your heart forward? Ribs up to the spine. Press your thigh bones up to the, like you're going to raise the roof with your thighs, and now let the root towards the earth. Adho Mukha Svanasana, all side. Inhale to plank. Carry you. Claw the fingers through the inner edges of the hands. Squeeze the kneecaps up, thighs up. And as your thighs press up, scoop your tailbone, feel your core engage. So it's thigh loop, pelvic loop. Claw the fingertips, look forward, brow between the shoulder blades, soften, but keep lifting the thighs and hugging your butt cheeks to the midline. Exhale. Exhale, catch the lunge. Spin your back heel to the, just rest your right forearm on your right thigh and bring your left hand to your left hip. See that your front knee's over your ankle. And now look, if the top of your right thigh, your front thigh is higher than your knee, this is an if-then, not for everyone. If the top of your front thigh is higher than your knee, then walk your back foot back, wider stance between your feet, and bend deeper in your, that's called a hip opener. Turn your back toe in. And now everyone, lift your front heel a little bit, not the ball of the foot, just the heel of the foot. Take it to the right. Yeah, lower the right heel down a little to the right. Squeeze the right heel in and guide the inner right thigh open. Just like we did in down dog, could you hug the shoulder blade? Rest the head back, and from the core of the pelvis as you push your legs, extend through your spine and your crown. Hug your feet towards each other. Feel the legs engage from the earth all the way up into the hips. And then slide the ribs back, the shoulders back, the head. 1 or 2 more breaths may be option to stretch the left arm overhead. Push through the left leg to reach past your left fingertip. Side angle pose through the whole left side. Take 1 more inch, squeeze the front heel in, guide the inner thigh open, bend 1 more inch. Yes, exhale. Floor, downward facing dog. Check it out. It's a hip opener, and notice if and how it changes through the legs from side to side. Is there a difference having just opened the right hip to some degree? Find the breath. Inhale to float the leg high to the sky. Exhale to catch your lunge. Spin the back heel to the ground. Climb the left thigh, right hand to right hip. Both feet on the ground. Like the left toes are pointing out as they are for many people. Lift just the heel and take your heel more to the left. And now squeeze the left heel in and guide the inner thigh open. That'll help to get your piriformis in the game as well. The top of your front thigh is higher than your knee. Stretch your stance longer. On the inhale, pull your feet towards each other. Feel the strength of your legs on the ground, all your pelvis. From the core of the pelvis as you root down through the shoulders back, the head back, lean back, the tail. You can lean back more. And as you root through the back, reach the top arm overhead, totally optional. As you inhale, you pull the feet towards the midline, the leads to the midline, slide the head back over the midline, and as you exhale, push out through your legs to extend the spine and the crown and the fingertips. 1 deepest, fullest breath, spend 3 more inches in your front leg. Yes. On the exhale, touch the floor, down dog. Check it out. Space through which the leg flows and the current more deeply. Linking vinyasa here, if and as you like. Rest in dog pose or child's pose. Especially during this retrograde phase, point to seek a little more refuge, a little bit more practice. To choose to move in ways that feel active. What allows and invites deepest, fullest breaths to move in you as you through you. On your inhale, float the right leg to the sky. Exhale to lunge. Spin the back heel to the ground and right fingertips to a block inside your right foot. Right fingertips to a block inside your right foot, right ankle. So notice if your right knee is behind your ankle, turn your back toes in. And if your in front is higher than your knee, then foot back, go wider, bend deeper. As you pull the feet towards each other, can you press arm into arm? So outer arm into inner thigh, seen but can be felt. Where does it refer you deeper within? To this, left arm to the sky. I love how you all knew exactly about. Left arm straight up to the sky here. Back toes in, take the block on its highest height. Connection between your outer arm and inner thigh as you push into triangle pose. Squeeze the kneecap up more than back. And just like we did an extended side angle, as you hug in, guide the inner knee and thigh open. On the inhale, pull towards each other, reach the left arm all the way up and back to stand up and back through the left arm. Exhale the front thigh. Reach back through your left fingertips, leg deeper. Reach back, bend deeper. 1 more breath. exhale, downward facing dog. Holy smokes. Check it out from side to side. And again, a difference makes. Heart to mind, mind to body. Mind and the body here. This embodiment on float the leg high to the exhale. Bring a block inside the left foot, the block, and find a point of connection, a block between your outer arm and your inner thigh. Okay. Press arm into leg, leg into arm. Draw the right shoulder up and back, foot down and forward. And as the tailbone anchors to the earth, squeeze the left heel in, guide the inner thigh open, press arm into leg, leg into arm, right arm straight up to the sky. You can take the block higher and then push your front leg straight, but try connection. You're going to have to walk the block back to keep the arm and the together. Does that make sense? Nice. And then arm into leg, leg into arm from the core of the pelvis, root down into the earth. As you inhale, pull the feet towards each other, drip the energy from the earth all the way up into your center, back over your shoulder blades. Front heel in, guide the inner knee and thigh open towards the little toe. Belly. And on your next, pull the feet towards, reach up and back all the way to standing. Try to imagine onto the hand or the wall behind you and bend to square. Think top of the thigh to the heel. The heel. And reach back, bend deeper. Floor, facing dog. Find the breath. Inhale to plank. Exhale to lower towards the earth in the style of you. And the inhale, reach forward and up. Press the hands down and back. Squeeze the ankles in. And as you press the tops of the feet down, the knees and thighs lift, the tailbone anchors down, collarbones peel back. On an exhale, downward facing dog. So Melissa, that's another part in the cobra. When you press the thighs lift, that's thigh loop, and then the tailbone anchors, that's loop. Spine extends from those two actions. Breath to heart, to mind, mind to body. On the inhale, float the right leg high to the sky. You exhale, catch your lunge. Inhale. On the exhale, take a huge step. Feet on the ground, standing tall mountain, big breath in. Bend the legs deep, chair pose. Fingertips touch the point straight. And with blocks it a little bit deeper. Think pubic bones widen. Hands to the outer shins for press the outer shins in and press the inner knees and thighs out. And can you feel your head into that space? Lengthen the tailbone down, the pelvis. Reach the arms straight forward. Back into your heels. Think butt back and down. Slide the head up and back. And now bring the biceps to the ears. Exhale, sit deeper. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Notice the rhythmic beating of your heart. Additional supportive gravity and the currents of the breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the legs deep, fingertips tap the earth. In as you press the inner field right into that space you just created. Pelvis and belly lift a little. Thighs, Lean back into your heels. Reach the arms forward, ears back, biceps. Exhale, think sitting bones to the heel. Inhale, stand. Exhale, hands. Enjoy the rhythmic beating of your heart, the uncontrolled of gravity, the currents of the breath. Release the hands. Stay deep in the legs as you inhale. Reach the arms forward and up. Lift the heel up. Stay in chair pose on the right leg. Left heel to left butt cheek. Stretch the left leg straight back behind you. And then lay in crescent lunge. On the exhale, take a big step forward to balance on your right foot. Cross ankle over thigh. Sit deep into pigeon chair. Piriformis or in the hips. Toes. Press the left shin down onto the right thigh and press the right thigh more to the right. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, take it back to lunge. Big breath in. Exhale. We get one. Feel what you notice. Breath to heart. To the sky. Exhale, catch your lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, big step forward, standing tall mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Here with hands at heart center, interlace your fingers. Press the palms forward. And as you press the palms forward, hug the shoulder blades together. As you hug the shoulder blades together, start to press your palms towards the sky. And as the palms press up, think extend up more through the inner edges of the hands and draw the little fingers towards the floor behind you. You can stagger with your neighbor so you'll have full wingspan here. You can turn to the sides if you're near the wall. Big breath in. On the exhale, extend the wingspan out to the sides and down. Whew. Now either take a strap or interlace your hands. As you draw the shoulder blades together, and on the exhale, on the legs, fingertips tap the earth. Inhale, stay deep in the leg, arms forward and up. Chair pose in your left leg, lift your right heel to right butt cheek, still in chair pose. Reach the right leg straight back behind you. Ground through the foot, both feet on the ground. Big breath in, crescent lunge. On the exhale, the left leg, ankle over thigh, sit deep into pigeon chair. Can reach forward for balance. Think reach arms, chest forward, butt back and down. You can also bring hands to blocks in front of you for more stability. And as you flex the right foot and press into the thigh, guide the left knee a little more open. Whew. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, thread it back to lunge. On the exhale, touch the floor down. Look for your breath. Inhale to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana or bypass. Beautiful. Inhale for cobra. Ride the breath. Exhale to downward dog. Feel the beauty of your breath as it flows in you, as you, through you. And the inhale, float the right. Your lunge. Find your blocks. Walk your blocks to the left, your feet to the left. Wide-legged forward fold. Turn your right knee and toes out a little bit. Doesn't have to be a lot. We're not going towards Skandasana here. Just bend into your right leg until you feel a stretch through the inner left thighs. Everyone feel that? And then breathe into that depth of your being, right in there. Push the right leg straight. Turn the right toes in. The left toes can turn out a little bit. Bend into your left leg. It doesn't take much to find and feel the beginning of a stretch through the inner right thigh. And breathe, belly breath into what can't be seen but can be felt. Push the left leg straight. Walk your blocks towards your left. Lower your right knee down to the ground so we're facing the back of the room. Revolving to the back of the mat. Pad the back knee with a blanket as needed. Your block. Foot for a thigh stretch. Spoiler alert, we're going to have to redo this because Adriana requested the quads. She's not here right now. But that's the spirit of the retrograde. It's all about the redo. Find your breath. Press the back knee down and forward. Draw the back. If you feel your left hand to your left thigh. And press the back knee down and forward as you draw the rib cage back. One breath into what can't be seen but can be felt. And on the exhale, very gently release. Find your blocks. Lift the back knee and thigh to the sky. Walk your hands to the right. Forward fold. Fold right down the middle. Turn your right knee and toes through lunge. Walk your hands inside your right foot, returning to the front of the mat. Lower the back knee down, pad with the blanket as needed. Blocks high inside your front foot, knee over the ankle. And then bending your back leg with your left hand, find your left foot. Make that connection with yourself. Bind your hand to your foot. Then press that back knee down and forward as you draw the bottom ribs up and back. So the bottom ribs in front are moving towards the back of your body. If you feel steady, right hand climbs to the right thigh. And as you press the left knee down and forward, draw the left and back. As you press your front foot down and back, draw the right shoulder up and back. And as you press the back knee down and forward, and move your butt back towards your back heel. Does that make sense? Like you're moving towards child's pose, your butt's moving back. Keep that and bend your front leg deeper. Ooh, yeah, that's deep. Gently release. It might be spring-loaded. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out. On the inhale, float the left leg to the sky. Exhale, catch your lunge. Pivot your feet to the right for the wide-legged forward fold. Bring your blocks with. And you can, be mindful of head to butt. Neighbor. And if you want, you can other just to take or two into the inner thigh of each side. Maybe time from side to side, bending just a little deeper. We'll meet in the center. Turn your toes in and hug your feet. Either take a strap between your hands behind your back again, or interlace your hands behind you for another shoulder stretch. And linking breath and action. It's so subtle. As you inhale, pull your feet to the midline, feel your legs engage, hug your shoulder blades to the midline, feel your chest to open. Keeping that as you exhale, anchor the tailbone down, push down, reach your arms up to the sky. Big breath in there. And as you exhale, let the spine descend towards the earth and let the arms get heavy. As you inhale, hug the feet towards each other. Heels heavy, tip into the balls of your feet. As you exhale, press your thighs back and your tailbone down. That's thigh loop, pelvic loop again. And when you do thigh loop, pelvic loop, you'll get extension vertebra by vertebra. You could feel it through the entire spine. Head heavy, face soft. On the exhale, release the hands. Walk with your blocks to the back of your mat. We're turning around again. Lower the back knee down. Pad with a blanket as needed. Press the back knee down and forward. Bend the leg, heel to butt cheek. Don't even reach yet. And now feel the distance between your heel and your butt. Walk your blocks back a little bit. You can even scoot your foot back and move your butt towards your heel. Yes, now with your left hand, find your left foot. And rather than thinking heel to hip, can you move your butt back to your heel more? If you feel steady, right hand to right thigh. Everyone turn your back toes out more. And as you move the top heel, tops of your thigh bones, and they're moving opposite directions. You're creating what's called, but can you feel how that opens the base of your pelvis? Then the tailbone lengthens, the ribs in front lift up and back, shoulders back, head back. One more breath. Gently release. Lift the back knee up, walk your blocks to the left. Wide-legged forward fold, one pass, bow. Exhale, turn the left knee and toes through lunge, blocks inside the left foot, lower the back knee down. And then bend the back leg, heel to butt cheek, and at a faster rate than heel to butt cheek, think butt cheek to heel. Again, that's thigh loop. The top of the thigh and the top of the front thigh moves towards the front heel. Ascends. The ribs tend to drop towards the front leg. Can you draw the towards? And the ribs lift up and back as the top of the front thigh descends. Feel how it wants to pull the back thigh with it. Keep the top of the back thigh moving back. Press the back knee down and forward. Draw the ribs up and back and bend the front leg 1-2 more inches. Belly breath. Gently release. Downward dog. Find your breath, breath to heart, heart to mind, mind to body. On the inhale, find plank. Press your knees and thighs up to the sky. Can you feel your thigh bones lift up and then your tailbone scoop under the belly tones? Keep the thighs lifting. Lift, lift, lift. As the thighs lift up, bend your elbows 1 or 2 inches. Good. Push the arms straight. The key to this is to keep the weight of your legs lifting up by pressing your thighs to the sky. Walk your feet back so your shoulders are over your wrists, not your fingertips. Lift your knees and thighs up. Exhale, bend your elbows halfway. Lift the knees and thighs up, then push the arms straight. Exhale, downward dog. That was great. That was a great redo. On the inhale, float the right leg high to the sky. Exhale through to lunge. Your blocks high to frame your front foot. Did she have her baby yet? I can't remember where she's at. She had her baby, yeah? Okay, push your front leg straight. Walk your blocks can either, so it's like not one size suits all. Your blocks can either be high inside your front foot or your blocks can frame your front foot. High. Press the inner edge of your front foot down. And now here's the funny part. We're going to take the back heel to the left. And try to keep pressing the inner edge of the front foot down. Are we still friends? And breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. Sometimes we'll call this goofy Parsvottanasana. Do you feel something deep in somewhere? Yeah. Is that getting the spot for you? Good. Down and forward And pull your front foot energetically without moving it. Pull your front foot back. And as you press, good. Lift the back heel high up through center, bend the leg. Let's take a big step forward, Uttanasana. Fold over your legs, bow to your heart. As you inhale, get long through the spine, heart forward. As you exhale, step the left foot back to lunge. Blocks high, either inside your front foot or framing your front foot. Push your front leg straight, so that's more like Parsvottanasana with the back heel lifting. And rather than dropping your inner back heel to the midline, we're taking the inner back heel more to the left. So that if you're in studio, your toes are turning towards the brick wall and your back heel is turning towards the stairwell or Monroe Street. Whatever your second side is. Did I say that wrong? Okay, that was retrograde. Can everyone just do their second side? Sorry about that. With the blocks framing your front foot or inside your front leg. Again, it's not one size suits all. Knowing, having that awareness to suit yourself, to adorn yourself, so that the spirit, the breath can flow in you, as you, through you, more fully, more freely. The front leg may not want to straighten all the way. You're working the front leg towards straight, heavier on the inner edge of the front foot, lighter on the outer edge of the front foot. And then tacking the left hip crease back as you work the back heel towards the earth. Okay, inhale to center. Exhale to pass through lunge, downward dog. Always an invitation. More dynamic. 10 push-ups if you want in there, whatever. We're going to meet back in downward facing dog. And in downward dog, let's float the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, knee to heart to chest and plank pose. Now we're going to peek to the left, and mindful of props and neighbors, we're going to shoot that right leg directly out to the left. Can you have the foot more in line with the hip? Arms, upper body in plank. Twist your hips to the right and take your hips up and back towards downward dog. We in there? Inhale to plank. Exhale, slide the right knee outside the right wrist. Rest. Redo. Fucking redo. My bad. Communication is hard when Mercury's in retrograde, so I apologize. It's gonna look like this. Okay, sorry. We'll float up, the knee to chest. So it's like the core peak over there, coast is clear. See foot in line with hip. That's a lot of flexibility. It's fine if it's not quite there, but try not to just be like way back here, arbitrary about it. Try to be like as close to the top of your mat as you can. And then see how I stay in plank here? If I want more, I'm gonna take it, towards downward dog. Whew, holy smokes, is there like steam coming out of my... We'll come on our blocks, either in front of us or framing the hips, and then here, we'll add another thigh stretch, okay? Oh, that feels so yummy. I might have to do it with you. Okay, downward dog, we'll just redo. Take that from the top. Fine. Take your time, breath to heart, Heart to mind, mind to body. On your inhale, float the right leg to the sky. Exhale, core plank, knee to chest. Peek to the left, extend your leg straight out from your right hip to the left. And then sort of twist your torso to the right a little bit. You can stay more towards plank, heart more forward, or you can start to send your hips up and back towards dog. You can even just like pulse or be dynamic in between there, or be in the place that suits you. Okay. And now just slide the right knee right behind the right wrist. Lower the back knee down. You might need to like sort of sort yourself out here. That's deep. Bring your back knee a little bit more to the midline. Bring your back foot more to the midline. Find your block. Pause, breathe. Pull the knees to each other. And then as you're ready, bend your back leg. And with your left hand, find your left foot for a pigeon thigh stretch. Press the back knee down and forward. Draw the left shoulder up and back. Maybe take the block under your right hand higher, walk it back. Right shoulder up and back. If you feel steady, right hand to the right thigh or reach the right arm to the sky. Awareness to the back leg. Press the back knee down, drag it forward. Feel the inner lift from inside, from your ground of being, as you press the back knee down and forward. Gently release. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out, breathe, feel, notice, drink the breath in, take it down through the arms, the palms into the earth, up through the hips, high to the sky, back through the thighs, down through the heels. Let the gift of breathing embodiment be a blessing on the earth. We'll meet in downward dog. Take your time as you inhale, float left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to chest, core plank, peek to the right. Mindful of props and neighbors, we'll extend the left leg straight out to the right. Nice, Elizabeth. Flex the foot. And then twist from right hip to the left hand. You can be more towards plank, reach your heart forward. You can be more towards dog, think hips up and back. You can pulse between, and it's like action over form, towards dog. And notice what you notice and feel what you feel in the depths, in the very depths of your being. Slide the left knee outside left wrist. Walk your back knee and foot a little more to the midline. Find your blocks, take them high in front of you or squaring the hips. And then when you're ready, bend the right leg and with your right hand, find your right foot. Press the back knee down and forward. Draw the right shoulder up and back. Draw the left shoulder blade to meet the right shoulder blade. So that might mean just taking the block higher, taking the block outside the hip. As you pull the knees towards each other to become the source of your own stability, maybe left hand to the thigh or hip, or take flight. And everything in the ignition of the pose comes from the back leg. The awareness and the back knee pressing down and forward lifts the whole pose up from inside out. One more belly breath, and then gently release. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out, rest in child's pose, or take the linking vinyasa. Melissa, from here we could go in a crow pose if you want. Sorry, what you say? Malasana, yogi squat into crow pose, or we can go into like bridge pose, urdhva.
Good try Malasana.
Okay. Retrograde. Sorry. Hydrate. Breathe.
Meet in downward facing dog.
I'm just noticing
I got a little bit in there. Press down through your hands to lift up and extend through the backs of your legs. On an inhale, bend your knees deep. Exhale, peek forward, step up to the top of your mat and forward fold over your legs. Bend your knees. Bring your elbows to the insides of your thighs. We're in like a goofy chair pose.
Take your feet wider, or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay,
it's
sorry.
okay. Okay. You're in like a goofy chair pose, so think butt back and down. As you slide your elbows to the insides of your thighs, press your thighs into your arms and your arms back into your thighs. Now sit an inch lower. Hinge from your hips to sit your butt back and down. On an inhale, press your arms into your thighs, and on an exhale, extend up and out through the crown of your head. Keep sitting back and down another inch. Then turn your toes out, sit your butt back and down for Malasana squat. Now, if this is too much, slide a block underneath your butt, supported Malasana. If you feel like you could have a drink right here, this is really easy for you. Keep hugging in. On an inhale, draw your legs in towards your arms, and then press your arms back into your legs as you exhale to grow tall up and out through the crown of your head. Think more cow low back and cat upper back as you squeeze. Now everyone slowly sit your butt back, take a moment of rest. From here, we'll either do Malasana squat again, or we'll make our way into crow pose. Choose your own adventure. For Malasana, come back to feet wide, arms between the legs, sit your butt back, supported or active. If you're looking into crow pose, how are we gonna do this? In crow pose, from Malasana, walk your feet back, bend your elbows, then come onto your tiptoes, shift your body weight forward and stop here. Think more cat upper back, press your hands down and forward, cow low back. Slowly bring your knees to the backs of your triceps. Then press your legs into your arms and your arms back into your legs as you shift your body weight forward. Think heels to your butts as you hug into your arms. On an exhale, everyone come back, Malasana squat. Come to sit on your butts. Take a moment. Breathe.
Questions, comments, concerns, conundrums there? Okay, feet flat on the floor in front of you. You can hold your shins to draw your low back in and up, draw your shoulders up and back. If you're not sure, just peek at Camden. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. And now place the hands behind you. Draw the shoulders up and back, slide the palate back, stand through your feet to lift your hips up. Just a nice counter pose to Malasana and crow pose. Upward facing table, shoulders back. Press the feet down and forward and think pubic bone down, tailbone towards the sky. Exhale to release. Come all the way on. Make sure you have we're about to lie back. If your blocks are near the front of your mat, either flip it around or walk your blocks back so all your props are within reach as you come onto your back. You should be able to reach your props. Knees bent, feet on the floor. Have your blocks within hand's reach. Walk your feet in so that they're right underneath your knees. And then bend your elbows just alongside the waist so that your palms face each other at the midline and your fingers point towards the sky. Press the center back of your skull down into the ground and then wriggle the shoulder blades together and stand through your feet to lift your hips up. As you press the elbows down, you can wriggle the shoulder blades in a little deeper. And then find a block Sit underneath your hips as high as you can. Go for medium or high height there. And then as the heels press into the earth, take your heels a little wider, toes point towards each other a little bit more, and hug the knees to the midline. Now that's kind of goofy. Okay, now lift the heels, press the balls of the feet down to maybe lift your hips up. And if you can lift your hips up, clear off the block, then take that block down lower and put the other block on top, 2 blocks high on their lowest height. It's called a supported bridge pose, or it'll be like a restorative bridge pose, and then lower your hips onto the block. Should be at your sacrum, not on any part of your vertebra of your spine. And then as the heels come down, turn the toes in a little bit, heels a little bit wider. It might feel slightly pigeon-toed, and hug your knees towards each other. And let the palms rest anywhere on your midsection. And can you feel the rise and fall of the breath in the palms of your hands? The knees want to splay out. Take your heels wider, knees together. Knees towards each other, everyone. Press the balls of your feet down and forward to maybe lift your hips up. If you get a lift there like Camden, turn the top block up 1 notch. Again, under your. And then as the heels come down, think toes point towards each other, heels wide, knees together. Knees are splaying out, hug your knees towards each other. Yes. And belly breathing. Try not to let the knees and toes turn out. One more of the deep breaths. And now carefully, you might have to, especially if you're high, you might want to lift the heels up, walk the feet in a little bit, and then lift the butt up and remove 1 block and lower to your bottom block. Walk your feet out. Take a breath. And then lift the hips up and remove the bottom block. And take a breath. Midline. We're going to do that one more time with another option for a restorative inversion. Let both knees fall gently to the right. 3 of the deepest, fullest breaths. You can place right foot on top of left thigh if it suits you. On the inhale, legs through center. Take your time, following the currents of your breath. Let both knees fall gently to the left, is it? Second side. A few of the deepest, fullest breaths here that require the least amount of effort. An option to place foot on top of thigh if it suits you. On an inhale, legs through center, feet on the floor, hips width apart, right underneath your knees. Bend your elbows alongside, press the elbows down to lift up through the chest, wriggle the shoulder blades together. Press the center back of your skull into the lap of the earth as you stand through your feet to lift your hips up. Now insert 1 or 2 blocks underneath your hips at a height that suits you. It doesn't have to feel super edgy, it should feel supportive. Not like it's pushing you or holding you at an edge, but supporting you as you are where you are. You can let the palms rest anywhere on the midsection or release the arms down to the sides, palms down or up on the lap of the earth. Bend your knees directly over your hips, flex the feet, spread the toes. The tendency here is that the knees come towards the chest. As best you can you back your knees up so they're right over your hip sockets? Yes. And then you can stay right there, or from there, press your sky, raise the roof with the soles of your feet. And the deep action here, linking breath and action, is going to be of the pubic bone moving towards the floor behind the blocks, and the tailbone lengthening up to the space between the heels. Every inhale, you can think pubic towards the blocks, towards the floor. Every exhale, bones and tailbone towards the ceiling. You can point and flex the feet, circle the ankles, or just be more still. Notice what you notice, feel what you feel as the legs drain. The thighs should be going back. That's thigh loop. And then tailbone towards the sky is pelvic loop. But if it's just pelvic loop, then the feet will come forward. So it's bend the legs, heel to butt cheeks. And now here's the fun part. When you're ready, super slow motion, simultaneously, can you bring your feet towards the earth, both at the same time, gently touch down and then firmly root down. And as you firmly root through the feet and legs, lift through the hips for a breath, remove the blocks, and release the hips to the lap of the earth. Stretch your legs out long, reach your arms overhead. Huge breath in, let it percolate inside. Exhale with an eye. 2 more times. Slowly, slowly, slow down your slow. The deepest, fullest breath in. Take it to the top and draw in a little bit more breath, prana, vitality. And then slowly let the breath be audible as you exhale from the heart. The breath pours out of you. Breath to heart, heart to mind, mind to body. The bottom of a breath, hug your knees in towards your chest, wrap your arms around your legs, give yourself a squeeze, a loving embrace. Here you might find happy baby. You can thread your arms between your legs. Hold the outer edges of the shins, ankles, or outer edges of the feet, and gently rock from side to side just to massage the low back, either with arms wrapped around legs or happy baby. And then one more time, wrap your arms around your legs. Give yourself a sweet embrace. And then we're going to gently roll to one side and press through strong arms to find your way into a comfortable posture, just to peek up here. We're going to go through 2 or 3 restorative pose options. If what is restorative for you is just a longer Shavasana on the Earth Classic or restorative pose of your choice, you can take the longer Shavasana starting now, or scoot yourself that way a little bit. I'll demo with Camden. She's gonna, I'm gonna prop this up. We're gonna check if this is high enough for you. To face them and bring your left hip right up to not on the bolster, but right in front of the bolster. No, right in front. Yeah, sorry. So in front of the bolster this way, not that way. She's facing you. She's gonna bring her arms to frame the bolster. Her bottom knee's pointing towards you, and then the top knee can either stack, you can place a blanket between the legs, or I kind of like to bring that top knee behind me, like more knee to foot type thing. You stack your legs in a way that suits you, and then she'll rest her body on the bolster, and she can have her How's it feel? It's more on your neck to go that way. You can take it higher. It just brings your elbows further away from the floor. And when that happens, I like blankets for armrests. But it's like a supported, slightly forward fold. So you'll prop up the head of the bolster with a low block. You can totally take that block higher once you're in if you prefer. So you can play with the height of the block. And then your left hip is going to come right in front of the bolster. You're going to sit up tall and turn your heart to face the bolster. And then slow motion, pour your torso onto the bolster. The head comes last. Start with the left cheek. You can stack the legs and scoot your blanket between the legs for padding. Or you can slide your top leg back behind your bottom leg if that feels okay for you. And then let yourself release into the unconditional support of your props. Belly breathing. With each consecutive exhale, you might find that you want to twist your belly, your navel more towards the bolster. A couple of breaths to let that travel up the spine. And every few breaths, as you sort of twist the right side of your body towards the left, eventually, maybe you might try bringing the right cheek to the bolster. It's meant to be supportive and comfy. So definitely take the time and care to make any little micro adjustments needed in order to seek more comfort, more release. If you're in the sort of pattern of endurance, we're shifting gears a little quickly, like the physical part of our practice is about stamina and endurance. And now it's the time to welcome release. With your awareness, breath, a deeper breath in, a longer breath out. What can't be seen but can be felt. And does the feeling ask for any readjustment? And a deeper breath in and a longer breath out. Feel what you notice what you feel, and again, is the body asking for and service to a deeper, fuller release. And just a few more rounds of belly breaths here. The deepest breaths in. Can you feel the belly get big and spacious and expansive as you breathe in? And feel the belly get soft as you breathe out. One more of the deepest, fullest breaths. Then you're going to slide the hands back to about where the elbows are. Slowly push through the arms to lift yourself up. You'll turn away from the bolster and bring your right hip to the bolster. can stack the legs with padding between or slide your top leg back and then turn towards the bolster, sit up tall, twist a little bit from right to left, and then slowly walk your arms out to place yourself over the bolster. Bring your heart center, the breastbone to the bolster. You can press the arms down and back, down and forward to help find support for the heart. And then starting right hip in front of the bolster, right cheek on the bolster. Offer this to the breath. Let the breath hold your breath by breath, each and every breath, scanning yourself with your awareness to see if there's any micro adjustments needed or desired in order to create the environment for a deeper release. In the release and the softening, the breath flows in you, as you, through you, more deeply, more fully, more freely, saturating, revitalizing every fiber of your being. Every inhale, the belly expands. Every exhale, the belly softens. Let the body soften onto the support of the props of the earth, the unconditional support of gravity. And then scan yourself for any last remaining bits of resistance. Give yourself permission to release, to be held and supported. And you can press the arms gently but firmly down and either forward or back. Like for each of us, we're going to find sort of deep leverage just by pressing the arms firmly down and forward or down and back to twist a little bit more from right to left and to maybe play with inching your way up from the depths of your being and experimenting with turning the left cheek on the bolster. And after a breath or two there, if there's anything other than release, just dial it back. Return to the place that feels, bless you, settled. The deepest, fullest breaths here. And really slowly at your own pace and your own time as you're ready. There's no rush, there's no urgency. Feel free to stay here as long as you like. You can slide your hands back towards your elbows, push through the arms to lift yourself up. And now we just bring the back of the sacrum in front of the bolster. You can start with the knees sort of bent, feet on the floor, and guide yourself back onto the incline of the bolster. You can place the blanket over your belly, hips, thighs, or you can open the blanket and get cozy under the widespread blanket. When it's folded, it's more weighted, and so you can place it on your belly, hips, or thighs to help ground you. If you need or want another blanket or more props, please just call us over. And then I like to start with the back of the sacrum directly in front of the bolster and be there for a few breaths and scan your body with your awareness. You okay, Lindsay? Okay. We can take care of this stuff for you. You can just leave it here. Look for your breath and notice how it feels in your back. So the micro adjustment I find here, the longer I'm here, is that sometimes I like to inch my hips towards my feet so that the base of the bolster comes higher up the spine. And when I do that, I like to have my feet on the floor, knees bent when I'm making those micro adjustments. And during these sort of restorative phases of our practice this month, rather than just thinking of stillness as a discipline, think of stillness as more dynamic and allow yourself, not so much the fidgeting, but the invitation to recalibrate in service of a deeper release. So mindful of those around you so as to move as quietly and gently as needed so as not to disturb those around you. But to breath by breath, see what you feel what you notice, and to recalibrate in service to the deeper release, which is in service of the deeper restoration. The arms can rest down to the sides, palms open, and a gesture of receptivity, or palms down for more grounded quality. I also like to rest the hands anywhere on the midsection to feel the rise and fall of the breath in the palms of the hands. And then as best you can, let your breath hold your vision and be your guide throughout this interior landscape. Breath by breath, checking in with yourself to see what's needed. And as you maybe find your way deeper into comfort, into stillness, as the body softens and settles, with each consecutive exhalation, give yourself permission to release any deeper layers of holding. Conscious, subconscious, unconscious. Release. And the deeper you go, maybe notice if and where you're holding. Notice any patterns or presence of holding. Just gently ask yourself, is the pattern of holding supporting you or diminishing you? And in that discernment, inviting yourself to continue to gently hold on or to gently let go. Soften the brow, the eyes, the jaw, the throat. Soften the chest, the lungs, the heart. Soften the belly, the pelvis, the hips, The heavier you let yourself be, the lighter you become. And as you soften into stillness, held by the unconditional support of gravity and the presence of the breath, call to mind and heart one thing that fills you with gratitude. A person, a place, a thing. One thing in this gift of life that fills you with gratitude. That reminds you that this life is a gift. Invite a deeper, fuller breath in and a longer, slower breath out. As you deepen your breath, feel how naturally your breath deepens you. The breath ignites the heart, and the indwelling light of the heart, the splendor of the heart, informs, illuminates, and inspires the faculty of your mind and the agency of your body. And here and now, the gift of conscious breathing embodiment. Your thoughts more clearly reflect and reveal the presence of the heart, and your actions more clearly reflect and reveal the nature and spirit of your heart. Always present, intrinsically peaceful, utterly powerful, and luminous in body, mind, and heart. As the spirit that you are awakens the body that you have, gently wiggling your toes, your fingers, stretching through your arms and your legs. Let the body that you have embrace, affirm, and adore in the spirit that you are, literally wrapping yourself around yourself. For this is and you are the gift of life. Bend your legs and feel both feet on the ground. And because the prop is there, I do like at this point to just sort of walk the feet out and scooch my butt towards my heels so that you're making your way a little closer down onto the lap of the earth in this transition. And as you bring yourself closer to the earth, the knees bent, feet on the ground, you can roll yourself to one side and just take a moment to pause in the fetal position. A transition. Take a moment to imagine, to visualize the ways in which you stretch this practice of yoga into the activities of your daily life. Who and how do you want to be? And may you be that. Holding that vision of yourself in your heart of hearts, you can press through both arms to lift your way up into a comfortable seated posture with The eyes closed and the hands folded before the heart in Anjali Mudra. And a final gesture of sincere self-reverence that again honors the presence of the heart, the voice of the true teacher, the source of supreme love and divine wisdom. And a gesture that places this aspect of ourselves before us as both a guide and an offering in all we do. In so doing, bringing more beauty and wisdom and virtuosity to those in the world around us. As you bow to your heart, with all my heart, I bow to every one of you. Thank you so much for your practice, for your presence, and more than anything, I thank you for all that you are and all that you do every single day of this life. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for being together. So restorative times at home, great practice. You can do it in bed. Prop yourself up on some pillows.